What is up, everybody? Out of This World Entertainment is back for season 2. I hope you're all excited, because I certainly am. I am your host, Tyler Alanis, and some of my friends that I usually talk with are no longer with me. Sad, but shame. They need to speak up a little bit more. But today, I brought a new friend with me. His name is Daniel. Introduce yourself, Daniel.
What's up, guys? Name's Danny. We're here with Tyler up in Uptown Whittier. About to get in there.
Oh yeah! Remember, this is the only show that we love to talk about comic books. All right, now before we get into any of the topics, I just want to pay my respects. I know I am probably 6 months late, or maybe less. I don't know. I'm losing count. Stanley, I do miss you, buddy. I wish I could have just seen you one last time before your passing. Everyone, I was crying that day when I heard the big news. Oh my gosh. Why? Danny, do you have any?
Yeah. Sad day. Yeah. No, I mean, we did lose a great guy, creator of a whole new universe, brought a lot of people together, brought a lot of people, their childhood and stuff. He made a big difference in the world.
I know, and he met so many great people,
Yep.
So many great legends that worked with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, Stanley is now with you guys. I hope you guys are reunited, and hope you guys will come back reincarnated as the legends you were.
Yeah.
All right. And another note, Luke Perry. Man, I'm really sad to see that guy go. Man, I was crying that day too, because he did a couple of things I liked, which I was a kid, which I don't have a full list with me, because I was like, I'm not a big Luke Perry fan, but I saw some of his work, and he was a great actor, especially with Riverdale.
Never seen Riverdale.
Yeah. Riverdale was actually a really good show. He actually did, I think, most of the episodes. I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of like on the weed part. But yeah, it's sad to see him be gone too, and so many good people are gone. So
Yep.
Tom Nickel, I guess. All right, let's get down to the show. First off, I like to talk about comic books. That's the only show that we actually like to talk about. We are the only show that actually likes to talk about comic books. Everything else I listen to, they just like to bullshit. But anyway, comics you should definitely read. The Spider-Giddeon series, you should definitely read that. It is an extended series to one story to the other. Basically, it's just like Spider-Man. If you start with just issue 0, this takes place after the Spider-Man video game, the PS4 version. And if you guys play the video game, make sure you play it just to get the comic after. Then you'll kind of understand the story as it goes along. The game is good. I love the story contact and all of that. And the art is beautiful. And the comic, too. The art was magnificently great.
Yeah, I like the art. The game was good. Got it so past the first level, though. All I did was, defeat, what's the guy?
Mr. Fisk.
Mr. Fisk. That's the only thing I did. And then all I did was started unlocking all the towers and getting the map unlocked. I did a little side missions, got a couple of criminals and found a couple of the backpacks.
Oh, yeah. That's the easiest thing you do. Once those babies get unlocked, just go straight to them. It's easy. It will only take you about 10 minutes for each one.
Yep.
Or you can do it in a certain district where the main mission is. So make sure you kind of do that, and then all that upgrade stuff will definitely be worth your time. Trust me.
Gotta upgrade. I gotta get in there, man. Call of Duty's been taking over my whole PS4 stuff. You know what? But at least I'm getting close to getting prestige.
Awesome. All right. And then after the game, you can actually get the comic book. If you guys bought the game early, pre-ordered it, the comic actually comes with it. And I did not know about that, and I was already too late. But luckily, some of the comic book stores still sold them, and I was intrigued to read it. And right after the game, it takes place after Spider-Man. He's swinging around, and then all of a sudden, the Superior Spider-Man, a alternate Spider-Man, which was Dr. Octavius, you know, the what was his name? The Superior Octopus or something?
Yeah, I think that's the name he gave himself.
He gave himself the Superior Spider-Man first, and then he switched it to the Superior Octopus afterwards. That way, people already know like his alter ego or whatever shit that is.
Yeah. For some reason, he hates Peter Parker.
Yeah, he does. I don't know why. Like, he's the Spider-Man himself, but you know what? I guess it just continues with the character conflict and all that.
That's true.
But yeah, once you read issue 0, that's a Kickstarter to start you off with the whole series.
And just for the record, the issue 0 is actually not the first part of the story. It's actually like right in between, right after like the third part.
Oh, really?
Third issue. Yeah. When I was reading it, I noticed that issue. It actually says that issue 0 goes here.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's one of the little notes it gives.
All right, but I also read that before issue 0, there was actually Edge of the Spider Giddeon.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of other comics that connect before the Spider Giddeon, like where they're connecting everything together. I like that.
Oh yeah,
I haven't read the Edges one, but I like that.
I got some of the comics and it was great. It was kind of building up. I think before the game actually, like before that storyline actually came on, which is interesting.
One thing that I really liked, you know how I was getting really into the Scarlet Spider?
Yeah.
As I was reading, they actually went to the Scarlet Spider.
Oh, wow.
And I don't even know how. I mean, I'm going to get to that part, but they actually the same storyline that I've been reading is the one they tied into the Spider game, which is pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah. So they get Kane, and then they get Ben Reilly to come in and stuff. Well, Kane goes into the Superior Doctor Ock to put his side, while Ben Reilly looks like he's got to go more to the Peter Parker side, because Ben Reilly's the one that came up with pretty much that was his creation for the cloning and stuff, and that's how they brought back I forgot what they're called, the bad guys.
Okay.
Yeah. It was because of his invention that they were brought back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, once you actually read the first issue, it's actually going to be inferring the Inheritors, which is more like a vampire type of villain, but they don't actually suck blood like Morbius. He's not like more like a Morbius character at all.
Yeah.
It's like a completely different like type of vampire, but they only go after people who have the power of the spider.
Yeah.
Which is mostly Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like that, and especially on the new Venom issue series. I don't know if that's another good comic everybody should read. You're gonna see that Carnage is actually gonna somewhat do the same thing, but instead of going after Spider-Man's, he's going after anybody who has ever worn a symbiote suit.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So, you know what? Pick up the Spider Giddeon.
Pick up the Venom series,
and also we're also gonna be talking about War of the Realms.
Oh yeah, War of the Realms is good. So far, in first issue was pretty good. Blew my mind away. Some of the characters that are coming out. That was pretty good. I was actually surprised that they put Blade in there.
Oh yeah. But before we continue with the War of the Realms, Spider Giddeon is actually a 5-issue series, plus some of the side storylines like Spider Girls, Spider Force, Spider Gwen, the Ghost Spider. After like probably 3 issues after that, there's going to be an aftermath, and then the issue will go on after her, and then pretty much, I think that's Spider Vaults. The Vault of Spiders. Sorry. Yeah. There's only 2 issues that's connecting to the story, and then mostly like the Superior Spider-Man. I think there's only like 3 issues that connect to the story, if I'm reading like the list correctly. But once you finish the comic, there should be a whole list of like other like the story that you should definitely catch up on before you continue.
Yeah.
It gets better as you're reading it along. Trust me. It's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, War of the Realms. Now, this comic actually came out so recently that me and Daniel here actually went to go straight to buy it as I heard about it.
Oh yeah. It was even the artwork was awesome.
Oh yeah. Danny actually got the original issue. I liked it, but in my taste in artwork, I went with the variant issue.
I know, and it was extended too.
Yeah, it was an extended. Like if you open the comic, like to the actual like back page of the cover, and it will extend. And then if you flip that comic over to its flat side, stretch that baby out, You got like 4 separate pictures, and it's all connected.
Oh yeah,
It's
nice.
beautiful. But yes. Anyway, War of the Realms, that's basically going to base around Asgardian, which is Thor's like main territory. And then so far, I loved it. Yeah. I only got the first issue. I'm waiting for the second issue.
It's already out.
It's already out?
Yeah, it came out this Wednesday, I believe.
All right, I'm going to get it after I'm done with the podcast. Anyway, now the interesting thing about this comic, before I move on with the story, you can actually listen to their theme music, and it's in the comic book too. Like, you can get a link to it. And Danny actually played it while we were reading it.
I forgot. I've lost the link already.
It's fine. You can always find it in the comic book, but I think it was just a good story.
Oh yeah, I like the story. The story, especially if you read it if you read it and you have the little soundtrack in the background, it makes it more intense. I feel like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I reread it with the music on again. I got into it more.
Anyway, this story kind of takes place with all the realms of the family tree. If you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what the family tree is throughout the whole galaxy, it's referring to the 9 realms. Is it 9 realms or 12? I keep on forgetting. It's containing all the. Oh no, 9. I think it's 9. 9 realms within each section of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Malekith, the king of the Dark Elves, began the war with the 10. Oh, it's 10 realms. I got my listing here. It's the 10 realms of the royal tree. So it hasn't really explained yet. I haven't read the second issue yet, but if you have read it and you know that's reason, that's good. But it should explain a little bit in the first issue as well.
Yeah. So Malekith, he's part of the Dark Elves. He has the Frost Giants as his allies, and also the Siders, Trolls, War Angels. He enlists them all against the war. Taking over the realm.
Yeah, and then he's got like Fire Goblins, and then he's got the War Angels, Trolls, Siders, and he's got all the 10 realms like beside him going against war. But what's interesting about this comic is it was like a major shocker. It was like I didn't know Loki was gonna get killed.
Oh yeah.
But I'm thinking like.
I spoiled it for a lot of people who haven't read it.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. But anyway, yeah. Luffy, the king of the Frost Giants, came, and then he saw Loki and was like, "Oh, you're pathetic, boy." And then Loki is sacrificed, and
I hate you, Dad.
Yeah, and Luffy actually eats him and kills him. I was like, who eats their child? That's kind of weird. Can you just like stepped on him or stabbed him and go like, "Wah, fuck you, child"? But yeah, it's a great story.
Talk about daddy issues.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then I see, and then Thor appears, and then the rest of the Avengers. Blade was actually in it that Danny mentioned.
Blade, a bunch of one-timers. You never see. It's cool, pretty cool. Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
And you always see him by himself. But it's really cool when he's like, he's one of those loners characters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But when he's introduced like into other characters, and he's like not just fighting vigilante stuff. He's actually in there, like actually helping out.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty cool. I always like when all the characters come together.
Oh yeah, it's a terrific story.
Oh yeah,
especially when Spider-Man comes out, he's just making like
cracking jokes.
Yeah, he's making God jokes most of the time.
Yeah.
But that's just him. I guess that's just the way Spider-Man is.
Oh yeah.
But let me see what else happened in the story. Anyway, Thor actually possessed 4 hammers in the story, and it's crazy how he can control all 4 of them at the same time.
Yeah.
I think one of those hammers belonged to, I forgot the name of it. Beta Ray Bill. I think I was remembering that hammer correctly, because it looked exactly like his, but I wasn't too sure. Yeah. I think Beta Ray Bill's was gold, but it looked silver when I read it. I was like, oh shit, I think he stole it or killed him, but that's impossible because he's always going in between like the good side and the bad side. Like if you read different comics about him.
Nah, I'm behind on him.
You don't know him. All right.
I don't know. I know who he is. I just don't know his story.
Watch Planet Hulk to find out.
I seen Planet Hulk actually, long time ago. That was a good movie.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Danny, what about War of the Realms? Do you have any opinions that you liked, or was there anything else?
War of the Realms, yeah. I mean, I actually like the artwork. Back to the artwork. You know, if you go back into I think it's the second, third page where they actually show you the realms and stuff.
Oh, the whole world tree.
Yeah, the whole world tree. And I like the detail of it. You see all the characters in there. You see, little figurines of Spider-Man. You see the goblins. You see the worlds and what realm they're in, and explains. It doesn't really explain much, but I like the little concept of it, where you're looking at it. It kind of shows you what exactly they're fighting over. And it shows you why is it a big deal and why they got to fight to defend it. So keep the balance between the realms and stuff.
Oh yeah. If you're interested in reading that comic, please pick it up. You can also pick one up here at Undercity Comics. That's where we do our podcast recordings. It is a great store. If you ever want to do a podcast, come straight here and they will help you out. It is only $15 per hour.
Oh, yeah. 15 buckaroos.
Yeah, it's here in Whittier. And Whittier is actually a really good city. Besides the nighttime.
Well, I mean, nighttime is fun here too. They got some bars.
Cellar bars, but yeah, I guess.
I mean, if you just want to drink, come over here. You'll have fun.
Yeah, or go to an old school movie theater.
Oh yeah, a movie theater's cool.
Oh yeah, this movie theater is awesome. It shows like really good classic movies, or really old school movies like back in like 70s to 80s, 90s, whatever timeline they have.
Yeah, they change it up every month, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, they change it up.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, let's see. Any comics that you have read recently besides War of the Realms? Is there any comics that you prefer?
Right now, John Wick's coming up. John Wick 3. So one of the good comics I've been reading is John Wick comic series. Mm-hmm. So it's basically his origin story, somewhat. So he's pretty much he's always been a missionary or arson, whatever.
Oh yeah, he's a mercenary.
Yeah, a mercenary. So and in the beginning, he's just he's a free agent, what they call him in the comics, and he's actually like in the comics that I remember correctly, he's actually in a small town or whatever, and they actually kill a girl and a kid that I think I don't think he was related to them or anything. I just think that he knew them, but he gets killed, and there's I forgot I took notes, but these three individuals, it's this two guys and the girl. The girl's the crazy one, I forgot what they call her. But John Wick basically, sees them get killed, and he pretty much escapes. And then the guy, the clerk at the concierge.
I haven't read this comic, so
I forgot that. I forgot. You haven't seen the movies either, right? So I don't know. Well, basically, good. If you're a big John Wick fan, suggest you read this comic. I mean, I don't think it ties in with the movie as much, but at least if you want to have like a little origin story on John Wick, this is pretty cool. Originally I had said that I was only gonna make the five issue series, but actually I guess it's been doing good. They're actually gonna continue it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they gotta continue it. I was seeing that the issue 6 should be coming out next month or so.
So originally they were supposed to end at 5, so now they're just gonna continue as a good series.
Yeah, they're gonna continue the series, I guess. So in the series, he's actually getting introduced to the Continental. That's when.
Okay.
The Continental. So he meets the clerk at the Continental, and he's like, all right, so this is our world. If you come work with us, we'll show you how to get away with this stuff. How to arm yourself better, how to get better weapons and all that stuff. So he becomes friend. He befriends this guy. So in the beginning, though, the clerk is there, and he pretty much introduced him. At first, they're at the Continental, the one that is based in Texas.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, in the movie, it's in New York, and then in the second movie, you see that there's one in Rome. And I'm pretty sure in the third movie, they'll probably show another Continental somewhere.
This guy's just
but I don't know. This movie's gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm pumped for this movie, man.
Yeah. So get the comics, watch the movies before you watch part 3.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be excited. I already saw like a preview, like a screening of it.
Yeah.
It was already that good. I was like, I should have watched the other movies and get the comics.
I saw one of the trailers today. It got me excited because it's always been the issue with the dog. So now he has a new dog, and the new trailer I saw, he's in the taxi, and he's looking at his, because he only has an hour to escape. So he gets in the taxi and he tells the taxi driver, he's like, all right, I need to go to I think he says the airport, I believe. I don't remember. But he's like, you know what? Change your plans. He gives him one of the gold coins. He's like, make sure the dog gets to the Continental. Give him to the clerk.
Cool.
And the dog's just, good boy, stay there. And he stays there. And, John Wayne, that's where they come. But that's where it ends. So.
Roll credit scenes done.
Yeah, so everybody who's worried about the dog being killed again, I'm pretty sure he's going to be saved this time. He'll be on Continental grounds. Can't be touched.
I bet it's just going to happen again and go like, all right, kill the dog. Psh, rampage, revenge.
Oh, man. I hope not. I can't go through that again.
All right. But yeah, John Wick Part 3, it's going to be
It's going to be epic.
It's going to be uber cool.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Before when Stanley died, I felt kind of bad. Sorry to change subject.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get one of his comic books, and luckily I did get 2 issues that he worked on as a writer. And it was Spider-Man issue number 70, Most Wanted, back in 1968, I believe. I wasn't too sure. I tried to look it up, but my phone keeps damaging itself for some reason. And I tried looking at the comic too, and there was like a smudge right there. I was like, fuck. And then I got Fantastic Four issue 29, where Fantastic Four meet the Hulk, and they go against each other.
It's for an Hulk.
I read both of those comics. I was like, I smell Lee.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
What do you smell like?
Huh?
What do you smell like?
He smelled like the 60s.
It's good weed, huh?
I don't know about weed, but I don't know what kind of clone he used back then, but it was strong.
Oh, yeah. How about you? Any new issues that you've been reading? How is that Spider-Gwen? I know you've been reading on that one, right?
Spider-Gwen, well, that one is actually a really good issue. I love the artwork. It's more like a paper cut back, like you kind of see like a little lines going taken off, but that's what made it so good. And the storyline is actually really good because in her universe, she was actually known as a criminal, and then she's trying to reverse, she's trying to change herself to become like the hero she wants to be. But it's really hard because she's not getting recognized for that. So what she does is she actually posts something on a website going help wanted or need help, like a help wanted list. Like just put in your request, she'll come and then she'll do your work for you, I guess. Take care of the problem. And eventually she did, and then she kind of got paid for it, and she's like, should I do this? Should I not do this? It was kind of confusing, and she still had to figure out some stuff.
Yeah.
But what shocked her was when she was trying to help the other Spider-Man defeat the Inheriter, she got separated, which assuming they thought she got killed by one of them, which Spider-Man Noir, which is a 1947 Peter Parker, he got killed in the Giddeon series, and so did the UK Spider-Man, which is named Billy.
He's also
Billy Weston or something.
Yeah, he's also the UK captain, right? Captain UK, Captain England, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He got killed.
He's a combination, right? That he was
the prince.
No. He was Captain Britain, right? And he's a combination of Captain Britain and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
I was reading. You mentioned something about that in the comic. One of the ones that I really like was that was actually my first time ever hearing of him. Spider-Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like them. I was looking at the artwork, looking at his vest. I kind of liked it. They had a couple of new bands that I like.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think he's one of the kick-ass characters. Who will literally not stop until you're dead and motherfucker, die, die.
I gotta get me one of those costumes and get a mohawk like that with the spikies.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I would do that as a cosplay too.
Oh, that would be cool.
With the guitar going.
That's the cool thing. You're never gonna find the same Spider-Man anywhere. Any Comic Cons you go to.
Yeah.
Any cosplays. There's so many Spider-Man. That's what I like.
But they're all the same. How can I tell the difference of who's who under who?
Same thing. It's kind of like, one of the greats, Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
It tells all the infinite universes and all the infinite, it's kind of like that. I kind of like that, you know.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, now we can continue on. Pick up John Wick and watch the movies.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, let's see. What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? I've been gone for so long. I haven't done this in like a good 9 months. It's like
My first time ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his first time ever. But didn't you do another podcast with a friend?
No, I said my friend had a podcast.
Thought you told me you'd.
No, I never done a podcast. I've always wanted to do a podcast.
Liar. My God, what a liar. All right. Well, welcome to the show, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So another thing I want to touch on, another good comic that I actually been reading is they're a little older. It's one of the Jurassic Park ones I've been picking up.
All right.
So this one is the Devils in the Desert. I haven't finished reading all 4 issues because I can't find the last two. But the first 2 issues, man, they're intense. Like the movies, where it's like, you know, like it's not scary, but it's a thriller. It's intense. The artwork is amazing on that, man.
Oh,
the artwork, the dinosaur detail. They were having like show the dinosaur, but the details of like, you know, the gory killings and whatnot. It's amazing. I love this story.
Oh man.
I even got my niece to read these, and my niece was like, "How could you leave me off in the second issue, man? What's gonna happen next?" I'm like, "I don't know. Well, gotta give me time. Go, you know, comic book diving because I can't find the rest of these issues." I keep going to, you know, Frankenstein's and like all these other places. I looked online and, you know, they can't find them. I found like 1 issue on eBay, but eBay's always iffy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can finally most of this stuff here in California. I think California is like one of the major big cities that actually has more comic books.
California State.
Yeah, definitely. And probably New York City, and then probably like.
I would like to go to New York, especially that what's the Midtown Comics?
Midtown Comics. Oh.
Yeah, it's a really big comic book store.
I actually want to go to New Jersey for Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anyway, before I forget, I hope you guys are ready for Endgame.
Oh yeah,
that's coming in just probably like 5 days. It's it's opening night Thursday, and then it's Friday, so it's 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. Yeah.
All right, I hope you guys are ready. I got my ticket at the TLC Chinese Theater up in LA. I was kind of excited. I was like, "Woo! Gonna go! Gonna bring my Infinity Gauntlet."
You gotta snap some fingers over there, huh?
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Bring me popcorn. We don't have any. Vanish. You disappointed me. Or if someone's like talking in the middle of in the movie, vanish. You're gone.
So about the movie, I know there's a lot of like possibilities of who's gonna show up because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a pop-up character out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, actually there is, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, well, we're not really gonna spoil it because we don't even know if it is true or not.
Well, because they already showed one of the posters of it, and I'm definitely, probably like a 50-50 chance that he might show up or just mention.
If it's a poster, then it's obviously not a spoiler because the poster is already out.
But they don't know who he is.
We'll just say it.
Fine. It's Nova.
Nova. Okay. Yeah. Nova. Also, I don't know. I'm thinking Wolverine's gonna show up on this thing too. I was seeing that he was actually on set. Hugh Jackman was on set for the Endgame thing.
That could be interesting since Disney finally got all the rights to Fox.
And it landed at such good timing, didn't it?
Oh yeah, probably.
Right before. So that means that they could actually use him in the movie.
And in the comics, like in one of the comics, Wolverine does face Thanos, so yeah it does make sense.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Doctor Strange just brings up like another dimensional portal.
That's one thing I was actually thinking about, but I mean, I don't know, just me. For go back to the Infinity War, if he could easily open a portal, why didn't he do that to get back to Earth?
I don't know. He was just he was looking up in the Infinity War.
Yeah.
He was looking up different time dimensional timelines that he can find what can succeed against Thanos, and he only found one. We don't know what that one is, so Endgame will probably explain it a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm excited for the movie. I heard that they're bringing back the Ancient One. Ancient One is actually going to be making an appearance in Endgame.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You didn't know that one, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the actress there, she's in one of the credits things. So that's why we know the Ancient One's coming back. I don't think she's gonna be a big part of it. I think she's probably gonna do like a little cameo, probably like 1-to-1 phase with Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
But That's pretty cool. I like that she's gonna pop up. Like you said, Nova.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I think Nova's gonna be in on the dimensional world, the little city in the realm. What's it called? And when they go subatomic level.
Oh, I forgot what that is too, but I know which one you're talking about.
I think that's where they're gonna introduce him.
Cool.
If he did, they say that he comes out, you know.
Yeah. They were supposed to introduce Adam Warlock, but he was already mentioned in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
yeah.
But we're not sure if he's gonna appear in Endgame just to help defeat Thanos, but
we know he is gonna show up though, because
he has to show up because he's already been mentioned, and everybody's kind of like anxious to get him like out there.
Get him in.
Yeah, definitely. I'm too excited. I'm like shaking up by all this.
Oh yeah.
So many possibly theories about this.
So who do you think is gonna die?
Well, different theories and comics were like kind of going on.
It's between Iron Man and Captain America.
See, that's the thing. They were supposed to do that in Infinity War, but they changed it. They wanted to keep the story going with the original Avengers that were in it.
Yeah.
So basically, Iron Man and Captain America were both supposed to die, but they changed the fact, like, of the storyline. So now everyone who he snapped his fingers is basically gone.
Yeah.
So my theory is, because Captain America is actually supposed to die by Thanos by just a single punch, but he didn't do that. And that scene was actually at that moment too.
He actually got punched in the movie.
Yeah, but he didn't go with the gauntlet. He was supposed to punch with the gauntlet, but didn't do it hard enough. He wanted, I guess he lived.
In the movie he didn't get, I don't think he punched him with a gauntlet. He just punched him with his
just
arm.
with his right hand.
Yeah.
So that was like a big surprise to me. I was like, holy shit, you didn't kill him. And then Thanos is actually scared of Tony Stark. Well, in the
movie, he respects him.
In the MCU, he was actually afraid of him because Tony Stark is actually the smartest man, and he knew because he looked in a flash into the future. I forgot which movie it showed. It was probably Age of Ultron that he saw like a present future of like all the Avengers dying. I don't know if you remember that part. Like when Scarlet Witch was kind of manipulating his mind, and he actually got a glimpse of the future. So he was expecting what was coming.
So that's why he was all paranoid in Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense.
Well, in Iron Man 3, it was actually, that one's actually after the Avengers. So when he went up into the portal into space to destroy one of Thanos' ships, I guess, I don't know what happened during the part. I guess he got an illusional conflict, and that was actually part of it. And then in Age of Ultron, he got that full glimpse of it. So he already knew what I was expecting, because he was actually the first one who defeated Thanos' army by blowing up the ship.
Yeah.
And now he's coming to the conclusion, like, holy shit, he's like the smartest guy. So he's probably going to figure out my theory of like tactics, a plan, in which he fell during the first part, but once Endgame comes back, the group gets back together, kicks his ass.
So who do you think is going to wear the Infinity Gauntlet? You think it's going to be, what's her name? I forgot her name.
What power does she have?
She's, the robot. The robot.
The robot? That's
No.
Vision.
No, not Vision. I know Vision. The girl. It's a,
Nebula?
Nebula, there you go.
Um,
Because in the comics she does wear the Infinity Gauntlet. It's one of the reasons why they win.
maybe. That could be a possible theory since she was the one that lived.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably her. I can't see anyone else wearing the Infinity Gauntlet unless there's a reason in that universe.
Yeah.
But they haven't given no point of reason. I don't know who's mad enough to actually wield the Infinity Gauntlet.
All right. What about that other theory? You know how they're in the circle and they have the hands in the circle and there's 9 people in the thing. Who's the 9th person?
The 9th person.
Yeah.
Like in the trailer, in the Endgame?
Yeah, in the trailer and Endgame. They're all in a circle. They have their fists in.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's counting them and everybody's counting the characters and they're
well, wait. Let's name all the groups that are in it for right now. That when we watch the trailers. So there's Thor, Black Widow,
Captain Marvel, Rocket, Groot.
Groot died. Hulk,
Hulk,
Bruce Banner, of course, but he's supposed to make his return because I don't know. We'll find out in the movie.
Yeah, there's War Machine,
Ant-Man, Who
Black.
else?
You said Black Widow already?
Let's see. Thor, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Rocket Raccoon, Bruce Banner, Ant-Man, War Machine,
Captain America, Iron Man,
Captain America, Iron Man,
and Nebula.
Nebula. So that's 10. Who did we missing? Well,
We're not missing that. No, we're good.
yeah.
Then
Well,
we have an extra one.
maybe they like the extra sidelines, like
Because I'm pretty sure Nebula is the one that helps Tony Stark get back to Earth. 'Cause obviously
yeah,
they're-
she's also like with them, like
Yeah,
traveling through
yeah.
space. I think that's it for right now, unless they mention Nova like in our later trailer. Then
I don't think
That's
they. I don't think they mentioned Nova whatsoever, except for that for that poster.
yeah.
I do know Valkyrie, the girl. Her name.
Oh yeah, she's supposed to be
She-
in it too. That's
Yeah, I saw she's one of the posters. One of the if you go international posters of the movie.
Mhm.
She's actually in that poster.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure yeah, you're right. I think she's supposed to make an appearance in that as
Yeah.
well. I don't know, in the whole movie or just half that movie.
I hope they explain where she was in Infinity War. She was supposed to be on the same ship with Thor and.
Yeah, when they got attacked. Oh my gosh, so many possibilities right now.
Yeah,
My mind is racing.
so many things.
Oh yeah, definitely. But actually, I do want to talk about Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. I still haven't seen the movie.
You haven't seen the movie,
I still haven't seen the movie.
so you don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, we could talk about it. Just don't won't have much to say.
Okay, so Captain Marvel. This will probably take place, and it's actually a good connection somehow.
Yeah.
Because it leads back to 1990. That's like the set films era. So this storyline kind of confused me because I cannot figure it out. Like, I read the comics. I like the comics better than the movie, actually. But I guess like she was from Earth, then got kidnapped when she had the power in her, like the power that I actually need to kill off the Skrulls. And then she got her memory back, and now she's back to Earth, like 100%.
Yeah.
But she actually helped the Skrulls like find a new home, and I was surprised because you never see, because Skrulls are mostly like an anti-mercenary group who just kill just to kind of get what they want. But it was kind of nice to see like they were on the good side and they were trying to hide from the Marvel Corp. I'm just gonna call them that.
Corp.
It's like the Green Lantern Corp, but
So,
it's more.
talking about the Skrulls, you know how they're shapeshifters?
Yes.
There is actually another theory going on saying that one of the Avengers is actually a Skrull, and they're saying that it's either Bruce Banner, that's the reason he couldn't turn into the Hulk, and the other person is Hawkeye.
There was no possibly theory about that because it wasn't really mentioned.
Well,
But
I'm in YouTube a lot, so it's one of the theories I saw on YouTube. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up.
well,
I mean, you know,
they could pinpoint like some of the things, but I don't think it's a naturally true. I do believe it is one of the Avengers, but I don't think it's either Hawkeye or Bruce Banner. Because if you remember, Bruce Banner didn't really change form because the Hulk was tired of being the last support in the whole group. So
Yeah.
that's why he didn't do it. So that's why he didn't emerge from that last scene in Infinity War.
yeah.
So that was my theory, and I already caught that on.
Do you think if he would have transformed, he would have made a difference?
In the trailer, it did make a difference, but when who directed the movie? When the directors changed the theory, it was actually more interesting because you get to see more of Bruce Banner than the Hulk.
Yeah, that's true. Bruce Banner is supposed to be That's what I think they're gonna get into the Doctor Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they're aiming towards.
All right, that's interesting.
The scientific Hulk.
All right, let's do some science stuff. All right.
Beaker smash.
But yeah, I am excited for Endgame. I hope all of you are too. Hope you guys got your tickets, and I hope you guys enjoyed the film. And then we will be talking about that like later on, like when it comes out.
When it comes out. Yeah.
But yes, let's see what other movies. Ooh, I do want to talk about. I know it was way too long ago. But I do want to talk about the Spider-Man, Spider Into the Universe.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just seen it. Loved it. Good movie.
It is a great animation movie.
Oh yeah. Do you agree with people saying that it's the best Spider-Man movie though?
Yes. It is the best Spider-Man movie of all time because I loved the animation of it and the artwork of it. Because it goes from a normal animation, like you see a pinpoint, and then when he gets his powers, it just completely turned to a comic book version.
Oh yeah,
you can see like the little speckles into the framing of it. It was so perfect too. I was like in a joyride too because it was all motion-matic and all that.
Yeah.
Like you see all the movements.
I like the movie because it actually introduced to new kinds of Spider-Mans. Like I didn't know that there was a Japanese Spider-Girl.
Oh yeah,
that was new for me.
It's Spider, just Spider.
Oh, just Spider.
But it was spelled different. It was spelled
with the Y, right?
SP//DR.
Oh, okay.
And it was basically Penny Parker and a robotic.
The North Spider is one of my favorite Spider-Mans.
Played by Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah, I knew it was Nicolas Cage. I had a feeling. I was like, "Is that Nicolas Cage?" I could hear his voice.
And I already knew because like.
You read the credits.
No, I didn't read the credits. I already knew because his voice sounds so familiar because he does like that little pause. Like wait, I don't know what he does. It's just right there.
It's his voice.
Yeah, it's his voice.
So he's played Spider-Man and he's played Ghost Rider.
Yeah, he was basically in 2 Marvel movies.
Did you know that he was actually on the role to play Superman?
Yes, I did.
I don't see him as Superman.
Nobody did because nobody didn't really care for that part.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't really worked out too. But I don't know if this is true, but a friend of mine told me like he did voice Superman in one of the animated movies. I don't know which movie that is. I have to ask him again. Chris, if you're hearing this, leave a comment below and tell us the movie what he played.
Or we could just Google it too.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Chris, you're out of the cut.
Google, come and play.
But yes, great movie. It was nominated for Best Animation Movie ever in 2018, and I will personally watch it again and again and again and again.
I gotta buy it
until I die.
Yep, I gotta buy that movie. Amazing. What about Aquaman?
Aquaman? It was a pretty good film.
Aquaman, I liked it. You just gotta get over the fact that it's supposed to be, fairy tale movie. Because, I mean, at least that's the thing I liked about Marvel movies. They kind of keep it on the real. Where, I mean, it's a superhero movie. A lot of stuff that's not supposed to happen did happen. Mm-hmm. But I feel like Iron Man kind of went over the top. Like, over that scene where there's the tidal wave coming in and he's driving. Like, damn well a car cannot freaking outrun a freaking big old tidal wave like that.
See, they want to test that, too. Like, all right, let's see if I can let's see if I can outdrive this thing.
Especially the car that he was driving. Top speed was 80 miles per hour.
Yeah.
The wave was at least going 120. At least for that size.
This is not a Ferrari. Well, I'm risking it. Fuck. But yeah. Oh, wait. We didn't even finish Captain Marvel. I totally forgot. God damn it.
You went off topic.
Because you led me to it. But anyway, yeah. Captain Marvel. It is an okay movie. Me, personally. But I wish they could have worked on it a little bit better because the jokes were not funny. They could have put a little bit more 90s nostalgia into it. Like, when Blockbuster first came into the scene, I was, like, clapping like, yeah, woo! Come on, who wants to clap with me? Oh, no one? Okay, I'll sit back down. But, yeah, that's actually the last standing Blockbuster, I think, in Louisiana. That's what my friend told me. I guess he looked it up. He wants to go there for the tourist attraction. I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, there's a red box now.
Oh yeah,
movies there.
Mm-hmm. And then I think they kind of pushed on this character too quickly. Like they just want to get this movie over with and already onto Endgame. And for us fans who have been reading the comics, we kind of want to take our time to process, like, if they're doing the story right, or they're just gonna put it in the crapper like all the way.
Like I like to know the details. Like I know not everybody in the world is like into all the Marvel characters and they're just looking at the movie just because it's cool. But like for those true comic book fans who like going into detail and like I'm pretty sure they would appreciate Captain Marvel being more detailed about at least her origin, how she got her powers and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed how she got her powers because it was just from an explosion from from one of the ships that someone was creating, and it was a bit. And then I wish they could have at least mentioned her, like as a joke, like mention her name like Miss Marvel, because that was like one of her original names. But I guess they went with Captain Marvel because apparently it was part of a group effort.
They did that so well, what I'm thinking is it's kind of like so Shazam.
Yeah.
When you take Captain Marvel, they kind of did it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think back in the day when that name was used in DC and then Marvel actually used it, I think they were fighting over it. And then when DC decided to change its name to Shazam, I was like, okay, so Marvel just won. Yep. And then they decided to change that name to Miss Marvel because there was a guy first and then a woman, and then they brought back Captain Marvel for the female role.
No, the movie,
yeah.
So movies after Endgame.
Movies after Endgame, The Black Widow is supposed to be one of them, and then Spider-Man Far From Home is actually going to be the very next one after Endgame, and then Marvel Studios Eternals is actually going to be...
Eternals is going to be a good one, because, I mean, personally, I don't know anything about them, so I'm kind of excited to see. I'm actually going to go into, like, looking for comics to get a backstory for myself.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. So that's going to be after The Black Widow.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's going to be Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
Following by Black Panther 2, and then Shang-Chi. If you don't know who Shang-Chi is, he's actually one of the Marvel characters who actually does the martial arts, like more of the Bruce Lee type. Yeah. I actually read the Domino comics, and he was actually part of that series.
Never heard of him.
It was actually pretty cool the way he was doing it too. His training was like hardcore. It was like watching Bruce Lee again. No, like literally.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's still kind of like uncovering it itself. People are just saying it. It's Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Not Volume. I guess they already used Volume and there was no point.
Well, Volume kind of keeps going. I mean, you always get
Volume. I don't know. They just put...
And at least we got James Gunn.
Right now, like what you're showing me right now, it's actually like 3.
Oh, it just says 3?
Yeah, just 3.
All right.
But yeah, those are the other Marvel movies that are actually going to be coming out after Endgame, and I'm actually pretty excited about that.
I'm excited for Spider-Man. Trying to see Mysterio in there, man.
I'm going to be like okay with Mysterio, because I saw the costume and I was like, okay, how's this going to play out? I don't know.
I think it's pretty cool. Well, Sandman's in there. I know a lot of people saying that it's not Sandman, that is Sandman.
I think it's the Chameleon.
You think it's... I don't think it's the Chameleon, because there's like three different scenes where there's the Sandman, and then there's the water spout thing, and the fire one.
I don't know what they're trying to lead towards which character, but I know Mysterio is going to be in it, and then whatever other characters like we've been mentioning right now.
So what do you think about the merger? You think Venom is going to come into play anytime soon?
Well, since Venom was changed to PG-13, and now since it's now going to be the property of Disney, I'm pretty sure they wanted to fix that character into the MC universe right after like
Venom 2.
Probably
most likely.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they're going to probably introduce the character in one of the movies.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man, Black Widow, just I don't know what their goal is, but I'm kind of like 50-50 on this.
I'm hoping I see cameos of the original Spider-Man in there. So what's his name? Tobey Maguire? I always see Tobey Maguire doing his little dance moves in there, you know? Little emo haircut.
Maybe which was mentioned in the Spider-Verse, but yes.
Maybe Andrew Garfield in there too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know. In my opinion, I know a lot of people are going to hate me, but I feel like Amazing Spider-Man was like was better than the original.
With Andrew Garfield?
Yeah, with Andrew Garfield.
I think I like the second one better.
The one with Electro?
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx Electro.
Yeah,
I like that too.
I think he was like...
He played a really good Electro. He played the character well.
Mm-hmm. He did. He took a serious mode than the funny mode.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that made the movie better. And if you have two comedians in the movie, it kind of flows off.
And it took the place of the death of Gwen Stacy, and I was like, yes, I was waiting for the big moment to arise, and it was shocking too that they brought it up so quickly.
Yes.
Especially with Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Wait, was it? Oh yeah, it was Harry Osborn. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. This just got intense.
If he wouldn't have gotten fired, do you think part 3 would introduce a new Mary Jane?
Actually, in this Spider-Man Far From Home, it is MJ, but they use a totally different name, Michelle.
I'm talking about Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, for
Andrew Garfield, yeah. Because I knew they were gonna come on. They would have made part 3 if he wouldn't have fucked up. That's the only reason he got fired, because he started like, I don't remember what he did, but he got fired. But I'm pretty sure part 3, phase 3 of that movie was gonna be good, because they were even introducing the Sinister Six.
Yeah, they were supposed to do that. I don't know what happened to that. But if they did at part 3, I think they would have introduced MJ. But I would let them use another character besides MJ, because MJ has always been used a lot, and it's nice to see that there's other girls out there that are like interested in Peter Parker's life.
Yeah.
And it will totally make sense too.
I feel like there was a tie-in there for Venom, actually, because in one of the quick scenes, you actually see a little symbiote in one of the cages.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was kick-ass.
That was kick-ass.
I think the only thing I liked about the Venom movie was just Venom himself.
Yeah. I like that he was actually in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, man. It was good. I like that movie. That movie was amazing.
All right. So, the new Star Wars trailer actually came out a couple days ago. Rise of the Skywalker.
Oh, yeah. I
was pumped up. I was just a couple days ago, I was actually in Amsterdam for a week, and the trailer popped up. I was like, holy shit! I was like clicking on it. I was like, oh man, this is the least intense thing I already saw.
Oh yeah.
But I'm kind of really excited about this one, because I might go see this one at the Chinese Theater in LA as well, just to get the whole Star Wars experience in.
What do you think, Palpatine's back, or do you think he's gonna be a Force ghost as well?
Well, I keep reading that Palpatine is supposed to come back, but I think, which I could be wrong, is supposed to make an actual appearance in the film, but the CGI stuff. But
I heard there's a lot of good stuff going on with the Star Wars. Christian Hayden's supposed to make an appearance too, where there's actually a scene in the trailer. You see Rey's looking at the Death Star. Actually, in the like ocean.
Yeah,
she's supposed to swim out there, and she's supposed to go inside the Death Star, and that's where supposedly she comes with a Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker.
Oh yeah, definitely. What made me more excited is Billy D. Williams is back.
Oh yeah,
as Lando.
Lando's back.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. I was like, yeah, Lando, that's probably who I wanted to see. I wish he was with Carrie Fisher in Episode 7 with Harrison Ford, Leia and Solo. Like, I wish they could have all been back together, but no, I guess they kept them separate. But it's going to be really interesting. I'm guaranteed. Like, I'm more excited.
I'm more excited too. I hope they go more into detail and kind of tie in all the loose knots that they left off in the movies.
Yes.
So, hopefully we get some more Knights of Ren, explain about a little bit more who they are, how they connect. Yeah, they connect.
Because it's driving me nuts. I know they're related in some way, but I want to see it. Like, let me see it.
Also, who Snoke was.
Yeah.
Like, this guy just came out of nowhere and then just chop your dead. That's it.
It's like, are you Palpatine's child? You just spring out of nowhere.
Right. I hope the one that everybody wants to know, who the hell are Rey's parents?
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is she's gonna be a Skywalker most likely.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
Because we already knew that Kylo Ren was
Ben
Solo. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure she's gonna be Leia's daughter, most likely. Ben's sister, most likely.
That would be kind of a interesting theory, because the brother and sister thing already happened in the original trilogy. Yeah. And now they're just bringing it back for this kind of the series.
And if it goes towards where the book is, it looks like Rey may turn into the dark side and Ben maybe into the light side.
Oh my god, that's gonna be a game changer right there if they do that.
Yeah, and we could possibly see a glimpse of her as a Sith. When she goes into the she goes into the
dark side.
No, not the dark side. The Death Star.
Oh,
In
okay.
that one scene, we never know. We could see that glimpse. I mean, she's gonna go in to talk to Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be like, I'm your grandfather.
Holy shit!
I am your grandfather.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yep, I am really excited for this, and I know I have a friend out there who's a major Star Wars fan than I am, and I'm pretty sure he wet his pants when he saw this trailer.
Yes, I hope we get like new characters. I hope we get like a good storyline afterwards, because I heard that after this, Star Wars is hiatus for Star Wars for a good while.
Yeah.
And what about, I don't know, did you see the trailer for, I didn't see this personally, I didn't see the trailer, I just saw the poster for the Mandalorian.
Oh, the Mandalorian Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not the show. It's gonna be a show.
Yeah, it's going to be a movie, like a side movie, like it's an individual.
No, it's gonna be a show. It's gonna be a series.
It's gonna be a series.
Yeah, it's gonna be a series.
For Disney. It's gonna be for Disney Plus, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be, and it's actually I've never seen Game of Thrones, but it's actually the director or producer of Game of Thrones is actually.
All right.
Yeah, and it's she's in charge of the show.
This is okay. I think this is gonna be more interesting.
Yeah.
So Disney Plus is actually coming through, and pretty much they're gonna probably be knocking out Netflix. I don't know. These are just rumors that are going around.
Yeah.
But I heard Disney Plus is going to be the new high streaming service.
$6.
Yeah, $6.
Not bad. That was pretty cool. There's actually like a little preview trailer thing for Disney Plus on one of the shows that was on there that I was seeing that I'm actually got excited for, which is Falcon and I believe Hawkeye. I believe it was. But there's actually another miniseries that's gonna be Hawkeye and Falcon.
So it's gonna be like a TV show. It's gonna be like a show with a miniseries with another miniseries right under that.
Yeah, so they're gonna have a lot of like the original stuff on there. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for that, man. I'm excited for Disney Plus.
It's gonna keep
ready to binge watch and waste my life away again.
Oh my god! I'll go like, Danny, are you home? Oh my gosh, what happened to you?
Disney Plus. It got to me.
See, Disney's taking over the world. And
Yeah.
I already told some people.
It was pretty cool. There's a lot. They're releasing a lot of features on there. There's actually what I saw in that one little picture is actually already a live version of the movie Up with the Dogs. What's it called? Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know how all these movies are getting amped up as live animation.
Yeah.
So that's one.
The
of
Lion King is coming out.
Oh yeah, that one looks good. I'm excited for Lion King.
Yeah, their storyline is actually different from like the original movie.
I'm not surprised. I mean, they gotta keep it original. You know, gotta keep pulling these people in. I mean, I'm pretty sure they still gotta kill Mufasa.
Mm-hmm.
But everything should be. I don't know. I'm excited for that. I think it's pretty good.
All right. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Yeah. How about another new movie that's coming out that I'm pretty kind of excited for? Phoenix, The Rise of the Phoenix.
Oh, the Dark Phoenix, the
Dark
X-Men film.
Phoenix. X-Men film.
Okay, so I'm starting to hear all these theories that this is going to be the last X-Men film for like that series, and then they're going to move on to the MCU universe.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Well, I'm hoping because I'm a big hoper, but I don't know if you read the comics, the Avengers versus the X-Men.
I read a couple of them.
I feel like that should be like a movie.
Oh yeah,
that would be a good blockbuster, you know.
Disney, get on it.
Oh yeah, they should.
Oh yeah,
especially with the Phoenix already. They're already getting introduced to her and what she's about, and the comic kind of has bases around that. So I feel like that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I love the change in the series after Days of Future Past. They just changed that whole story, like the whole timeline. I kind of like that too.
I couldn't get hold of the timeline. I was like, at first I was kind of iffy about it, and then I went back on it. I was like, all right, kind of makes sense. But the timeline it's kind of all over the place for the X-Men.
I think it kind of makes sense because, well, except when Apocalypse decides to make Xavier bald, that was nowhere needed to be mentioned. I didn't want to see that. I was like, I thought he was bald because of his age.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was just the helmet they had to wear.
Oh yeah.
I thought the helmet was just getting in the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see. How much time do we have left? All right. We could. Okay. So, the movies, the comics, you gotta get them all. If you want to see a connection, you gotta do it all at once. John Wick. I think it was movie first and then comics.
Yeah.
And then part 3.
Part 3.
And then for the
Spider Giddeon.
Spider Giddeon, you gotta go with, what was it called? Edge of the Spider Giddeon, and then Game, and then the rest of the series after that.
Yeah.
And then you can actually get the aftermath of like Spider Gwen, because it's just that one's the only one that continues on.
War of the Realms also.
War of the Realms, you gotta get that one too. And yeah,
Venom series.
The Venom series. Oh yeah, you gotta get that one too, because I read it a couple times. I was like, glorious.
If anybody finds that last 2 issues of Devers in the Desert Jurassic Park, let me know. I'm looking for those 3 and 4.
Should chat with them. All right, I think we're gonna end it from here. This is Out of This World Entertainment, the only show where we like to talk about comic book theories. I am your host, Tyler Alanis.
I'm Danny.
And as Stanley used to say, Excelsior. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.